Alrighty, so we have our first gear review for Texas Outdoors and More. I'm bringing you the Browning High Noon 1000 Lumen LED Spotlight. I'll leave a link in the description. I got this from Cabela's. I think it was $78. So far, it's a pretty good spotlight. So, let's go over just the basic features at first. It's got a nice hard plastic case. Feels pretty sturdy. Not too heavy. Nice rubber on the lens lock here. It's got a nice little lanyard on it. Nothing too fancy on it. And it does have a lock feature for the switch to make it to where it can't turn it on. And it's open. And it also has a nifty little stand here where you can stand it up to be used kind of like a little work light or something. And it also has a couple of loops that you can tie to hang it in any manner of ways. First, let's go over the main function of this thing. I found the functions to be a little awkward on it because it has 3 modes: a bright mode, a dim mode, and then a strobe mode. So in order to switch between them, you have to turn it on and hold down the trigger, and it goes to brights, to switch to dims, and you keep holding it, it goes to strobe. And of course, when you release the trigger, it stays on that mode, and you click it again and it turns off. One of the best things about this, and the reason why I picked it, is in bright, it's advertised for about 600 yards on full charge. And I have some video I'm going to show here in a minute of some testing outside at night. And the other thing that advertised that I really liked about it was the dim mode is supposed to have a 72-hour runtime. So, 72 hours, that's 3 days of continuous light. That's a good runtime. See, it's got the Browning logo right there on the back case, but besides that, it doesn't say Browning anywhere on it, which I'm kind of surprised at. And it only has the High Noon on one side. Now, let's go over some of the cons of it. It doesn't feel cheap, but if you squeeze the handle pretty tight, you can feel where the plastic gives a little bit and kind of pinches or distorts the side. I wouldn't say that it feels flimsy, though. It feels like it's sturdy, like it could take some hits. The other bad thing is the batteries. So this unscrews off, and it's got a nice O-ring, and this little cell comes out, and it takes 4 C-cell batteries, which aren't incredibly expensive, but still, it'd been nice to have a different battery size. I'd have been happier if it had took 12 AA's, simply because AA is a little easier to come by, and then it only goes in one way, just like that, right here, just like that, and it keeps it from rotating. Now, C batteries aren't incredibly expensive, and you could always find rechargeable ones. I couldn't find any locally, but I know they're on eBay. But overall, so far, it's a good light. You're going to be seeing it some more in our rabbit hunting videos, and when we do our night hunts. So it's going to be a regular piece of gear that we use for that. It's what we mainly got it for, because when we do our rabbit hunts, we always have problems with the small, bright LED flashlights that we get running out of batteries about halfway through our hunt. And being out in the wind farms, that's not necessarily a good thing. So we got this and we found it, and we figured it would be a good addition to our gear set. We'll be able to see the rabbits from a really long ways away and probably take our shots before they ever even really notice it there. Plus, because of how bright it is, it'll probably sit there and shine them pretty good and stun them while we get a good shot on them. So we'll be doing that video for the rabbit hunting here in probably about 2 weeks. So let's go over some changes on it that would be nice. So the very first thing I would say, and probably the biggest thing that I would like changed on this thing if they had a new model, is the selection between the 3 modes. I would love to have a additional switch somewhere on here where you can just set it to the mode and then turn it on and it's in that mode. That would be awesome if they came out with something like that. Now they do have a couple different variants of this light. I know they have 2 other upgrade models to this. One has a rechargeable battery, which is nice. I can't remember the price on that one. And then the other one not only has a rechargeable battery on it, but also acts as a power bank where you can plug in. It has a USB plug-in on it. You can plug in your phone, your GoPro, anything that you have that can be charged. Now I imagine using that function probably does eat up the battery quite a bit. And it is quite a bit more expensive. But everything else on it is, as far as the performance of the light itself, it's about the same spec on both of those other 2 upgrade units. Other things that I would like, a rubberized grip would be nice on it. The grip isn't bad. It doesn't feel slick or anything like that. But if it got misty on you and you were out in the rain, I imagine it would maybe start being a tad slippery on it. It doesn't feel like there's anything in here at all, past right here. So a little bit of weight at the bottom kind of would be nice, but it's not too heavy as it is. The other thing I would have liked is this stand here. I don't know, it's okay, but it doesn't scream that it's something that's going to be useful all the time. I would almost been happy if it wasn't even on here at all. The other thing, instead of the loops here, a hook in the back would have been nice. I like that it's there, but if you're going to use it as a light in your tent or something like that, a hook would be nice. Like my old Energizer lantern here, which I will be doing a review on this thing in another video coming up. Got lots of good things to say about this little thing, but I digress. What else? Double A's would be nice, or a standard rechargeable battery. And all the models would be nice. But for the price point, it's not bad. What you're really buying is a base spotlight that will shine 600 yards. So, I mean, if you think about that 600 yards, that is ridiculous. Considering the size of it, there are a lot of spotlights out there that won't even reach anywhere near 600 yards, and the light canister on it will be, 6, 8, 10 inches wide and 12 inches long. So this is a really compact package for that kind of performance. And I forgot to mention, it does use a single Cree LED light in it, and it is bright. But that single light, that kind of part of the battery performance. Now, they didn't advertise what the runtime was with it on bright full power, but I'm sure I'll be giving a report back at some point about that. Overall, I haven't used it for its intended purpose yet, but it looks like it's going to be a good spotlight, and if it lasts, then it's going to be well worth the money. Of course, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, this is a spotlight you need to go buy. But for the price point, everything that you get out of it, it's a damn good spotlight. And I looked around, there's a lot of them out there, a lot more expensive, that have less performance than this particular light. So, if I had to give it a stars, I would give it 4 out of 5. Just because the performance on it is great. I wouldn't give it 5 because of the janky controls for the switching between the molds and of course the C batteries. But besides that, everything else on it for what you're paying for is great, and you're not going to find a better deal when it comes to that. If you like this video and all the information I've given you, don't forget to go down to the bottom and click the like button and subscribe. You also have to hit the little bell, otherwise my new videos won't show up on your news feed all the time. Also find us on Facebook and check us out on Patreon. And coming soon is going to be one of the first videos for a review for a gun off the gun wall. See you soon.